Hey everybody, Ali Flores again here with OrlandoVacation.com, where we're offering some tips and tricks how to make your Orlando vacation awesome. All right, this episode, Child Swap, Disney versus Universal. So if you're coming to Orlando to visit our amazing theme parks and you want to know what's the difference between rider swap services at Disney and Universal Orlando, join us and we'll give you everything you need to know about the different programs offered at both Walt Disney World Resort and Universal Orlando Resort. But before we do that, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can get notified of new and helpful videos for planning your next Orlando vacation. All right, let's start with discussing what exactly is rider swap, sometimes known as child swap, parent swap, or rider switch. This program allows families traveling with those that either may not want to or be able to ride specific attractions the option to split up the party so no one has to miss out on the fun. A good example of this is when you're traveling with a small child who doesn't quite meet the height requirement for a ride. While mom goes to enjoy the ride, dad can hang with the kiddo until mom is finished. Then vice versa. This means the little one isn't left alone and both parents are still able to experience the ride. Both Disney and Universal have this system in place, though both handle it differently. So how does it work? Let's start with Disney. Walt Disney World Resort's program is called Rider Switch. Guests can check in with the cast member at the front of the attraction to verify if Rider Switch is offered there. Assuming it is, guests will then be divided into Party 1 and Party 2, where one adult will stay with those that are either unable to or don't want to ride the ride, while the others go into the regular queue line for the attraction. This means if you're in Party 2 and you're waiting for Party 1 to ride the attraction first, you don't have to wait in the queue line with them. Those that are waiting outside Party 2 will be issued a ride switch entitlement by the cast member. These guests are then asked to wait outside of the attraction until Party 1 is back from riding the ride. The ride switch entitlement is important because once the remainder of your party returns, you can use the entitlement to skip the queue line, so there's no need to wait twice for the same attraction. With the ride switch entitlement, guests who were originally waiting will enter through the lightning lane once their party returns from the ride. If one adult stayed behind in Party 2, that adult can bring another guest with them to use their ride switch. So, you get to ride the ride twice sometimes. For example, if you're a family of 4 with 2 kids, one of which is unable to ride, the other kid can ride the attraction twice. This is great and means that the person waiting behind in Party 2 doesn't have to experience the attraction alone. Moving on to Universal Orlando Resort, their program is known as Child Swap. At Universal, each ride attraction has an area at the ride, typically within the queue line, where one member of the party can wait behind with the little ones while everyone else can enjoy the ride. When going to a ride, it's still important to inform the team member at the front of the ride's entrance that you are wanting to use Child Swap. This is because Child Swap may be handled differently for each ride depending on how busy the park is and where their waiting area is. Most of the time, the party will wait together through the majority of the queue line. Once guests approach the end of the line, guests can then decide how they want to split the group. This is where an adult will stay with the child while the rest of the party enjoys the attraction. Then, once they're finished, the adult or adults that stayed behind can then enjoy the ride while those that previously rode wait. It's important to note that the guest that originally waited with the child in Child Swap doesn't have to wait in the queue again. Instead, these guests can proceed to the front of the line and quickly board the attraction. No need to wait twice. Most Child Swap areas in Universal are lightly themed to the attraction. They have benches and some have televisions as well. Having these can help make the Child Swap experience a bit more comfortable. Now, while Rider Switch and Child Swap aren't heavily advertised in the parks, you should definitely use it if you're traveling with small children. This program is free for all guests to use and can help make your day at the parks a bit easier. And just because you're taking your kids to Disney or Universal doesn't mean you can't enjoy those thrill rides they may not be tall enough for. If you're going in a group, even better, because that can also mean a lucky person gets to ride the attraction twice. And I'm sure they'll be thanking you for it. If you're looking for more tips and tricks for your next Orlando vacation or just need help planning, be sure to check out our website at OrlandoVacation.com, where we offer the best discounted prices and have a variety of blogs to help you make the most out of your Orlando vacation. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.